Good morning, students. Welcome to Swayam Learning Point. So today we are starting with the next chapter of history, standard 10. That is basically, guess what it is? Yes, absolutely, tourism and history. In this whole chapter, we will be covering the different types of tourism. That is right from local tourist to national tourism, geographic tourism, health tourism, and many such concepts more. So let's begin. Okay, wow, you can see here different types of tourism, different types of monuments. I can see your foods, I can see your architect. Yeah, these are nothing but these are the places which we are going to get acquainted with. Okay, now what do you see in this picture? Just I gave a statement, tradition of traveling is quite old in India, right? ट्रैवलिंग का जो कंसेप्ट है, द ट्रैवलिंग कंसेप्ट इज क्वाइट ओल्ड इन इंडिया. Okay, traveling, people used to, right from ancient time, people used to travel from one place to other. They used to use, they used to travel for different purposes. Either they used to travel by a horse cart, a bullock, they used to travel by a water body, they used to walk. So traveling is not something new concept. The traveling concept, it is quite old in India. Okay. Now, when do people travel? People travel for many reasons. Okay, either it's a pilgrimage, going to local fairs and festivals. So pilgrimage, visiting Tirtha Sthal, where you're visiting a holy place, right? Pilgrimage, going to local fairs. Okay, what you see across the slide is the fairs and festivals, right? You have the local fairs and festivals, right? These are, for this also you need to move because fairs are held once in a time you go. So these are the occasions when you visit these places for one or the other reason. Okay, for one or the other reason you basically visit these places. Or you just to travel in search of a renowned teacher and good. Okay, you need a good teacher. Okay, you need a good teacher, and what you do is basically people should travel just to hunt for good teachers. Again for these reasons you have to travel. So you see for what reasons we travel. We travel for either for pilgrimage, either we visit festivals or fairs, or in search of renowned teacher we visit. So these are the instances when we started traveling. So what is the concept of tourism? You'll be wondering. Okay, now it's a simple words. Tourism can be defined as traveling to visit places in distant regions. So simple word tourism can be defined as traveling distant places for a specific purpose. So there is a purpose when you're visiting. You're not going to just freak out, or there's a purpose. And when you visit a particular distant region for a specific purpose, we call it as tourism. Now ये concept tourism को शुरू कैसे हुआ? There's a story. Listen to the story. In the later half of the 19th century, there was a person called as Thomas Cook. Okay, and he wanted to start a business venture which will never ever run into losses, where there always will be a demand. Okay, so he was working. He started racking his brain, and he thought of a concept of a trip. So ये बंदा called as Thomas Cook, जब उसने शुरुआत किया था, he started a railway trip from Leicester to Loganborg with 600 people. So he started a travel agency, and when he started a travel agency, people started making fun of him. अरे यार travel agency बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा. Okay, but he didn't know, he had that instinct कि नहीं, it's going to work, it is going to do wonders for him. And the first thing what he did was, it was basically a railway trip from Leicester to Loganborg with 600 people, and that also by rail. He took 600 people, and guys, it was a success. And from there he realized, he started the successful tour operators that is called as the Thomas Cook Tours and Travels, which has branches in and around the world. So the concept of starting the tourism, the brain, the idea that clicked, it was none other than Thomas Cook. Against his name we have got tours and travels in and around the world. So he generated that idea. I have money, right, but I want to visit a place. I don't know who would arrange for me, so I just have to go. He realized कि हर एक लोगों के पास एक ड्रीम होती है, and he decided that I will try to fulfill the dreams of the people, but in return they have to pay money, and that is how the concept of tourism developed. So the idea, so I have a dream, I need to visit a particular fort, right? It's my dream, but who would fulfill the dream for me? Right? I have the money, but who will fulfill the dream for me? And that is the time when Mr. Thomas Cook comes to your rescue, and from there he opened the agencies for the development of modern tourism, and there started the concept of modern tourism. So if you see the Indian tourist places, okay, right from you have the beautiful Udaipur Palace, which is in the lake, from that to the beautiful waterfalls, you have Taj Mahal, you name it, and you just see what you see. These are the places which you can visit. The types of tourism. So when you started, itne types it. Now if you see, there are so many types of tourism. First is local and interstate tourism. You visit the local areas, local tourist places which is in and around your place, or you visit from one state to the other. That's called as local and interstate tourism. Second is termed as historical tourism. I visit a historical palace or a fort. International tourism, I want to move out of my country, I need to watch the Eiffel Tower. International tourism. Geographic tourism, I want to see something which is seen in nature, not man-made, naturally made. That's geographic tourism. Health tourism, I want to have a nice, relaxed a session where I just want to relax myself in terms of Ayurveda. I have a health tourism. I have agro-tourism. I am a person who's completely brought up in urban area. I want to get a feel of the rural life. I have agro-tourism. Tourism based on special events I have, like examples. I will say maybe a particular like example. Yes, absolutely. We had Sherlock Holmes, the most a writer who used to write novels of mysteries, right? So he has a book. In all his books there is one particular address, that is one Baker Street, right? Which is common in all his writings, right? So after this person passed away, literally people started hunting whether there existed a place called as Baker Street, and it really existed, okay? And in his memory, that particular flat, that particular room in that particular alley was converted in his memory, and it was open to the general public, or for the literary crazy people who are addicted to literary, who loves reading, to have a peep into that room once in a year during his birthday. So what is that? That's tourism based on special events. And other is basically sports tourism. You want to see the Himalayan car rally, you want to see something else, yeah, I go. These are the types of tourism, okay? So let's get started. Local and interstate tourism. So this interstate or local tourism, you don't have to leave your country. It is within one's own country. So in spite of being in India, if you ask yourself how many places you have visited in India, or different places in and around the states, no, you may not have visited maybe one or two, which you can count on your fingertips, right? First. Second is, it doesn't have any difficulties or language procuring currency and documents. So there is no language barrier. I don't know. I can manage with my Hindi, English. I can survive. I don't need to change my Indian currency into dollar or pounds. I need not do that. And neither I require a passport, neither I require visa documents. Nothing is required. I can plan it according to my convenience. I don't have to see what it is. I feel like traveling, I pack my bag and I just move out. That's only possible in the local and interstate tourism. Okay, this is nothing but a picture of interstate tourism, right from the backwaters to that of Mumbai, to of the shacks in Goa, to Taj Mahal. These are nothing but the tourism found in the different states, or simple words, it's termed as a local tourism or interstate. The name itself suggests अलग-अलग state में कुछ तो attraction होगा, कुछ तो चीज होगी, and you go for visiting that place, and that's termed as interstate tourism. Now what is this international tourism. The concept of international tourism is nowadays, if you ask, it is very easier to travel, right? Procuring documents, having everything is very easy for you to travel from one part of the world to another. You have got an n number of options. You want to travel by railway, you want to travel by marine, you want to go by a cruise, you want to go by air, and it's possible. You can pick up the option of your choice. Economic liberalization policies happened after in the year 1990, when the boundaries of the world was open to everybody could travel from one part of the world to the other, and right now the number of people traveling back and forth has increased maybe 10-fold or 20-fold. You can feel people are traveling in back and forth, right? And they travel for n number of reasons. Some goes for higher studies, somebody goes to want to relax themselves, somebody would likes to explore new places, somebody goes for a company conference meeting and procuring various official documents. They go for some getting some documentations done. So these are the time when people travel out of the country for many reasons, and they also have a lot of options along with them. Which particular mode of transport would they like to use when they are traveling, when they're moving out of a particular country. Wow, it's international tourism. See, you have people from Afghanistan, all these are basically international tourism. Historical tourism, it's popular around the world. Okay, here people likes to satisfy people's interest in history. Everybody likes, अच्छा फिर क्या हो गया था, अच्छा फिर क्या, will I have that in history, right? People have curiosity, and your curiosity can be fulfilled only when you visit some of the historical sites in the grab of historical tourism. We have Gopal Nilkant Dandekar, a Marathi writer who takes hiking tours to fort in Maharashtra. All the forts in Maharashtra, he literally takes hiking tours for the stay in the forts, especially for the forts in Maharashtra. And he gets you well acquainted with the forts. Every fort has its own importance. Every fort makes us completely different. Everything has its own strategic importance. Important historical sites are there in forts, are there in Rajasthan. Ashrams of Mahatma Gandhi, Acharya Vinoba Bhave. These are some of the places where there is curiosity in the minds of the people. And I too would like to know what happened there exactly. Where did Mahatma Gandhi stay? Which particular place? What are the types of vessels he used to have his food? Which was the place where he used to sit and used to write? I would like to know. Curiosity, and to fulfill that curiosity, the best option is basically the historical tourism. So you have forts, you have the ancient palaces. Yeah, they basically satisfy your curiosity. Geographic tourism, visiting places, observe. It's not man-made, it's naturally made. You want to visit. It can be the wildlife animal sanctuaries, natural and animal sanctuaries, the Valley of Flowers, beautiful, the Valley of Flowers. You have the crater lake at Lonar. Again, it satisfies your instinct, it satisfies your curiosity. This is not man-made, it is naturally seen. That's termed as geographic tourism. And the best these are basically the examples of geographic tourism. It can be the snow peak mountains, it can be the Khas Plateau in Satara district. These are one of the examples of geographic tourism. Here we have the Lonar Lake. Both are Lonar Lake. It's only the color changes because of one of the other reasons, right? There's a natural geographically a meteor has fallen down, and the meteor has created a crater, a hole, a depression, and then water got accumulated, and now it's termed as a Lonar Lake. It's a geographic, it's not man-made, right? So these are some of the places where people have curiosity. हर एक लोगों का एक choice एक जैसे नहीं रहता है. Somebody would like to visit a geographic place, some would like to visit a historical place. सबकी अलग अलग टेस्ट होती है, नो, और उसके हिसाब से थॉमस कुक ने हमको ऑप्शंस दिया है कि you're fond of geography, natural habitat, or go for geographical tourism. So this person, Thomas Cook, he understood that every person's taste is different और हर एक बंदे को अंदर एक डिजायर होता है, एक ड्रीम होती है और वो ड्रीम फुलफिल करता है थॉमस कुक इन द ग्रैब ऑफ वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ टूरिज्म. Health tourism. Now from people from the western countries, they come down to India. Okay, yeah, you have a you know those countries, they are cool, they are cold throughout the year, they have severe they have snow throughout the year, right? And rarely you find sun, the summers are very short, it's just for a span of 3 months. So people from western countries, they come down to India with the only intention of health services, as compared to the health service and facilities are quite cheaper here. And India is a tropical country where we have ample sunlight throughout the year, and tourists from cold country especially, they come to India to avail to have availability, because they have avail these facilities like yoga training, therapies in Ayurveda, naturopathy. So these people, what do 365 days, they go, they work, and then after accumulating a particular month, they come down to India in the form of for health tourism. They take a break of 1 month, they go for a naturopathy treatment, and then they relax themselves, and then they get rejuvenated, and then they get back to work. So that is one of the things that people are interested in, the ancient techniques of maintaining your health, whether it is in the form of yoga or different therapies in Ayurveda or naturopathy. Thank you so much, children. Stay home and be safe.